Fantasy football fans, it's time to dive into the waiver wire for Week 8. This week, we're shaking things up a bit. But don't worry, all the essential elements are still here. I'm just bringing you the waiver wire picks a little earlier with some exciting additions and adjustments. Let's get started. The waiver wire stars. First up, let's talk about the top waiver targets. Christian Watson, a wide receiver for the Green Bay Packers, should be at the top of your list if he's available. With Dontavion Wicks injured, Watson has a chance to shine and become a key target for the Packers. But here's where it gets controversial. Watson might need some time to fully integrate into the offense, so be patient, but his potential as a top 2 option is undeniable. Running backs to watch. Now, let's shift our focus to the running backs. Here are some players who could make a significant impact. Bam Knight, Arizona Cardinals. Knight proved his worth as the lead back, especially in a close game against the Packers. He's a reliable option, especially in scenarios where the Cardinals are trailing. Kyle Monangai, Chicago Bears. Monangai had a breakout performance with season-high stats. While he might not be an RB2 every week, he's stepping into the David Montgomery role, offering consistent RB3 value. Woody Marks, Houston Texans. When the Texans are in a neutral game, Marks and Nick Chubb share the workload. Marks has the potential to shine, especially with his passing game involvement, but the Texans' offense might limit his ceiling. Next man up, purely injury-related ranks, Tyler Allgeier, Atlanta Falcons. If there's an injury ahead of him, Allgeier could step up and make an impact. Brian Robinson, San Francisco 49ers. Keep an eye on Robinson, especially if there's a need due to injuries. Rachaad White, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Once Bucky Irving returns, White could be a valuable addition. Wide receiver waiver wire picks. Christian Watson, Green Bay Packers. As mentioned earlier, Watson is a top target with Wicks injured. He could be a game changer for your fantasy team. Tez Johnson, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With Mike Evans out for the year and Chris Godwin's status uncertain, Johnson steps into a crucial role. He has the potential to be a top 30 receiver while Godwin is sidelined. Jalen Newell and Jaden Higgins, Houston Texans. These two receivers could be the Texans' saving grace. Newell, with his bulk, can excel in tight coverage, especially if Nico Collins remains out due to a concussion. Streaming options, quarterbacks, tight ends, and DST. For those looking for streaming options, here are some players to consider. Quarterbacks, Jackson Dart, Marcus Mariota, Joe Flacco, and more. Tight ends, Mason Taylor, Cade Otton, Evan Engram, and others. DST, Ind vs 10, Buff at Carr, and several other matchups. Worry report, players to keep an eye on. Some players might be causing concern, but let's break it down. Jordan Love, QB, Green Bay Packers. Lack of attempts is a red flag. But the team's overall strength might limit his fantasy impact. Saquon Barkley, RB, Philadelphia Eagles. Barkley's stats are down, and the Eagles' offense isn't doing him any favors. He's more of a fringe RB1 this year. Rome Odunze, WR, Chicago Bears. Odunze has been quiet, but he still leads the Bears in route percent and TMTGT percent. His recent lack of red zone targets is a concern. Power up players. Exciting prospects. These players are worth getting excited about. DeAndre Swift, running back, Chicago Bears. Swift has been on fire, leading the NFL in yards per touch. He's a top 20 running back and a great addition to your fantasy team. Chris Olave, receiver, New Orleans Saints. Olave is a consistent receiver too, with solid volume and targets. He might not be a receiver 1, but he's a reliable option. Wan'Dale Robinson, receiver, New York Giants. Since Malik Neighbors' injury, Robinson has been a top target for Jackson Dart. He's a locked-in receiver too and a great pickup. Remember, fantasy football is all about strategy and making the right moves. Stay tuned for more fantasy football insights and analysis. And don't forget to join the conversation in the comments. Are you excited about any of these waiver wire picks? Who do you think will make the biggest impact in Week 8? Let's discuss.